Again today. I have not made very many videos lately because it's been so windy this spring, and when I try to make the videos there's a lot of noise in the camera, so I have not been making any. But anyway, in this here woods, I've been hunting this on and off probably for the past 3 or 4 weeks, and I found a ton of stuff here. I have easily 200 bullets, a lot of whole Spencer cartridges, some eagle buttons and other odds and ends. So I thought we'd try it again up here. It's not windy, so I'm going to do the video. Another reason I wanted to come here today is because I'm going to try a new coil on this Minelab. I've never used this thing before. And I'm just wondering if maybe I can hear some different signals that I couldn't hear with the stock coil. I have no idea if it's going to be any better or worse. But we're going to find out here. So we'll hit this area, see what we can find, and hopefully it'll be something neat. Well, here's my first good signal, and this is kind of interesting. This is an area I was digging earlier. You can see some animals have come in here and dug up my old holes, which those problems you run into sometimes. See, there's a big hole there. This was all filled in perfectly before, and I'll fill it in again when I leave. Those are probably squirrels. But anyway, like I said, I hit this little spot right here, found a bunch of Spencer bullets and casings. But listen here. There's a signal right here. Now that's something good. It's not iron. I totally missed that with the stock loop. I did not hear that at all. Let's see what it is. Now I could tell that was fairly deep. That's why I dug such a deep hole. Yeah, see, listen. I didn't hear that with the stock loop at all, man. Small, it's not very big. Oh, there it is right there. See it? That's a little piece of buckshot. Interesting. Did not hear that with the stock loop. So far I'm liking this loop. Let's keep at it. This signal here doesn't sound too bad. Now again, I have this new coil, so I'm not really used to it. And you're hearing it through my headphones too, which are around my neck. That sounds good. I like that signal. Now we're real close to a fence. You can see the fence post right there. So there'll be tons of pieces of fence wire all scattered through here, with the fences broken up over the years. I'm hoping that's not what this is. Let's find out. Sounds pretty shallow though, so let's move the, might be able to just kick it free. No, still there. Alright, have to dig it. I don't think it's any deeper than that. Oh, it is good. Right about here. All right, one. Let's try it again. Alrighty. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I have a feeling that might be a piece of wire. Yeah, I saw it. As I was digging the hole, I could see a little piece of rust right there. And that's probably a piece of wire, I reckon. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. That's fence wire. Oh well, try another one. I'm working my way down along this fence. You can see a fence post right there, and there's a lot of fence wire in this area. And so I've been hearing a lot of that. You can hear it there. You can hear a piece of wire there. But right here, I'm getting a different signal. That sounds like it's something good to me. You know, non-ferrous, non-iron. The only thing that makes me nervous is I'm seeing some dirt right here. So it looks like that's been dug already. Now I have had a couple of my friends up here over the last few weeks. So it's possible they dug a shotgun shell and just left it. But anytime I hear a good signal, I'm going to have to dig it. They might have given up on it. I don't know. Let's try it. Now that hadn't been dug before. He might have just scraped the soil to listen to the signal. Yeah, so it's out. It was shallow. It's right there. Now we should be able to see that. That's big, whatever. Ah, there it is right there, look. Right there. It's a bullet. That's a Williams cleaner. It's a Civil War bullet. And again, these were used to help clean out the barrel when they fired them. I mean, you could fire them, you know, at soldiers and kill people with them. A lot of soldiers didn't like them, though. And an interesting side story, as Confederates called them poison bullets because they thought that this base right here, which is actually made out of zinc, not lead, would poison you. If, you know, the bullet got into you and a piece of this was left, it would actually kill you. I don't know if that's true or not, but they did call these poison bullets at one time during the war. First bullet of the day. Woohoo! It's a nice loud one here. It's definitely non-ferrous. It's shallow though, so it's probably a shotgun shell. First thing we'll do is just kind of kick the leaves back, see if it disappears. Okay, that's a good sign. Still buried. We just took the top layer off because if it's a shotgun shell, it's probably out of the hole already. If it's deeper, it could be something good. Okay, so it was shallow, so it's probably something light, like a shotgun shell or a button. There it is right there. Shotgun shell. Right, yeah. It's a copper casing for a shotgun shell. You can see where the primer is right here. You can read the writing on the outside, which says Remington 12 gauge. New club. Now people actually collect these things. I don't know if they collect them in quite this shape, but when you find them you should save them, because if the certain stamps on the bottom it can be quite valuable. And if you look at this, it's actually kind of pretty. It's a pretty design, so that could be a good one. Who knows? This little spot behind me was a really good hot spot the last time I brought a friend in here. We both hunted it really hard between this stump right here and those stumps right over there. This area right here had a bunch of bullets and some eagle buttons and all kinds of little things. So he hunted it hard with his F-75. I hunted it really hard with the Minelab. So I'm interested to see if this coil will pick anything else out of there, because there's a lot of metal in there too, like pieces of ration tin and stuff. So this ought to be interesting. I'm looking forward to this little experiment. Well, so far so good. I just stepped over the stump and I have my first decent signal right here. That sounds pretty good. I thought I heard something else up here though. No, that's it. It's iron. Hear the iron? Nulling out. There's an old hole right there. Piece of iron right next to it. Another piece of iron. Whoops, that's good. No, that's iron. We've dogged this spot, so I'm really surprised that we have that good signal back there already. I'm not hearing anything else, so that's good. Alright, let's dig it up. Where was it? Right here? Here it is. See how that sounds different than that? Yeah, that sounds good. I know it's deeper than that, so we don't even need to check the leaves. Once we get down to that lighter soil, I know that I'm down to the bottom, so we should have the signal by now. Yeah, there she is. That's a good one. Kick it back. Look like that it? Nope. It's right there though. Definitely a good signal. Let's see what we have. That is a melted bullet. So we know they had a fire here, a cooking fire, or a warming fire. can see the ring right there from the bullet, and of course the nose. The rest of it's melted off. That's not carved. Yeah, okay. It's a good sign. Let's keep at it. A nice loud signal here. That's probably a shotgun shell. So we'll put the leaves, there it is. Just by scraping the leaves back, we can see it right here. We can figure out what it is. Well, it's 12 gauge. Yeah, it's got a mark on the bottom, so we'll go ahead and keep it and clean it up. Maybe somebody will want it down the road. Here's a cool little sinkhole in the woods. Looks like there might even actually be a cave in there. This is where the ground has subsided or washed down into a cavern. I don't know if it goes anywhere or not, but let's take a peek. What do you think? Yeah, looks like it opens up in there. I'm going to stick the camera down in there. Tell me if you can see anything. No, I can't tell if that goes anywhere. I don't have a flashlight either, so let's look on this side. I've seen these things like 50, 60 feet deep before. And it goes down in there. Got a rock, I drop it in there. See any rocks? You can actually hear when they roll down, if it opens up, you can hear them bouncing along sometimes. So, let's try that. Let's see if we hear anything down in there. Nope, it stopped. I saw something over here when I picked up that rock though. It's kind of weird. Just a glove. Ooh, that's weird. Looks like a freaking monkey paw, doesn't it? Look how long that thing is. Strange. Oh, salamander. Look at that. Little old salamander too. Hey buddy. We're gonna hurt you. Pretty cold. Here, we'll put the glove back on him. Well, my day has ended early once again. My headphone cord broke. The little wires where it plugs into the machine, I guess, broke on the inside. And unfortunately, Minelabs do not, the GPXs don't have an external speaker. So there's no way for me to hear the signals, and of course it doesn't have a meter either. So I'm done for the day. Let me show you what I found. This is what I ended up with. This is a 30-06 rifle casing from a deer hunter, and probably another older one. A few shotgun shells. This one might be kind of interesting. It's got some neat designs on it. I only have the 2 bullets, the one Williams cleaner and the melted one. And this piece of can right here is interesting. This is a ration tin from the Civil War. This is what their food would come in. And the way you can tell it's old is you can see the seam is very pronounced right here. And if you bend it, you can see that it has some different type of metal in there. See that white? That's solder. That's how they had to close up these cans. They didn't have the technology to seal it like we do nowadays. So they had to put solder in there and in the top. So they actually had lead right up against their food, which probably wasn't good. Now, they had invented this technique prior to the Civil War, but within 20 years after the war, they no longer did this. So if you find one of these cans in the woods, and especially if you're in a camping area from the Civil War, you can assume that it was from the soldiers, much like I am doing today. Kind of cool, huh? And I wanted to show you this. This is from the Minelab headphones. This is what I was telling you about, where the wires broke on the inside. About 2 weeks ago, I could hear some little crackly noises, and a week ago this broke right here, separated, and I put some duct tape around it. I was hoping it would make it through the spring season, but it didn't. So I'm done for the day. Now, I have some other headphones at home, but that's not going to do me any good here. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. A couple things. Nothing really great, but it was fun being out today. It's going to rain for the next 3 days, so hopefully I'll have time to put some videos together. And you might actually get to see this before next fall. Alright, man. Well, thanks for checking out everything. We'll talk to you later.